Alright, so this is going to go live here. This is map number 2 with Savage versus Cloud9. Cloud9 did take the first map, so Savage has to come back here. They do have CT side on Inferno, which is going to be big for them. And Cloud9 is playing with Stunna, their manager, instead of Semphis, who's actually having internet problems. So let's see if Cloud9 can pull it together and keep it going, or if Savage is going to be able to capitalize on the fact that Cloud9 is weak currently.
Yeah, look for Cloud9 to use the spam ability of the Glocks and to group up and really not give Stunna an opportunity to mess things up for them. Not that I think he will, but they definitely want to get out ahead of it and use their group mentality to their advantage early on.
So this is going to be round number 1. We are into the pistol right now. Savage is just going to be split up between the sides right now. They're actually going to have 3 stacked over there at the B bomb site, which currently is looking like the correct decision right now, as it looks like we're going to have 4 terrorists stacked up down at the bottom. 3 huddled together. 1 is going to be working the mid, and then there's 1 terrorist actually working the apartments right now. And one of those guys in mid has actually worked his way up. So 1 terrorist in apartment, 1 terrorist up the mid, and look at this rotate from Savage. Look at them. They are stacking up at B right now. That's going to be 4 players over near B. 3 are actually right on top of B. 1 has now worked his way towards the construction. Only 1 holding A, and it's going to be a set. Here comes Cloud9. They're going to run directly into 4 CTs. Who's going to win the battle here? Glorin's getting a lot of damage off early. Dumore is able to get the kill, though, and there goes Stunna. Just runs into the site, gets taken down. Bomb is going to be dropped at the B bomb site. Savage has set themselves up very, very well here with that rotate of 4 players over to the B bomb site. 20 seconds left here. Hiko and Shroud have to try and do this. 2 versus 5, and can Hiko get some early kills? Gets 1. 13 seconds left on the scoreboard. Can they get some more? Hades is going to go down to Shroud. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. They got to do this very, very fast here. They have to get all the kills. All Savage has to do is hold on. There goes Hiko. Shroud, last one left. He goes down to Relics. That's a 2K for Relics. Shroud and Hiko both getting kills at the end of that, but Savage does take that pistol round.
Yeah, with a really, really great read to set things up. I think they had all 5 of their players in that area as Cloud9 was executing on the site. So, really good read by them. And wow, my roommate is just knocking on the wall. What are you doing? What are you doing, Tommy? Stop that. Either way, they absolutely had the read, shut them down before Cloud9 even had a glimmer of a chance of making that round happen. So, about a good start as they could have asked for to open up this game.
And so what we're going to see here is Savage is going to be on this anti-eco play here, because Cloud9 has bought up P250s currently, and they're going to try and work some long-range picks here. We're going to have 3 players over there on Cloud9. It looks like they're in the apartments, then 2 are going to be in the mid, so they're going to set up and try and take A, use those P250s to try and snipe out the people that are going to be in bit right now. And Warner, here comes, executes coming up the mid. They're going to run into a FAMAS and an M4 right there. FAMAS in the pit. That's going to be on Glorins. Can he take Shroud down? Sprays for the win. Makes it happen. Stunna's just going to push the pit, try and jump over. Gets taken down by Relic. Still pushing is going to be nothing. He goes down. So only 2 terrorists left alive. Now there's only 1 as Hades is able to get rid of Hiko. Can Hiko, excuse me, Sean Garris go down? Yes, he does. Hades with a 2K. Relics with a 2K of his own. Hiko, only terrorist to get a kill and drop a weapon out of the hands of Savage. 2-0 Savage.
Once again, Savage had the right read, having their players in the correct position ahead of the Cloud9 play, and they just used their rifles really effectively to chop down each of the Cloud9 players as they jumped, unfortunately for them, 1 at a time into pit, and they forced a bunch of one-on-one engagements that each favored Savage. So continuing to use their pistol round lead and advantage really effective. Relics getting a nade kill right off the bat.
And that's going to be, oh, can nothing work that? He does it. He is able to get the 1, but that is going to be Hades and Relics both getting kills there before Hades gets taken out. Glorin's working down the mid. He's able to make that shot happen. And stacked right there is going to be Dumore and Relics. Relics goes down, but Dumore's ready for it. Throws the flashbang over. That's going to, no, it's not going to catch nothing. He luckily did not push up far enough. Dumore barely lives the exchange, gets a 2K, and nothing gets 2 kills of his own. Now we're going to go into the full buy round here as Savage is up 3-0.
And right off the bat, we're going to see Hades buying an op, looking to control this map really early on with the lead they have. Savage knows that Cloud9 is on the oh man. They know that Cloud9 is on their back foot as they're not playing with the regular 5. And, you know, they're kind of discombobulated right now, trying to get Corey in the server. They are pausing right now, and Stunna just immediately left the server. So I'm inclined to believe that that Memphis is ready to go and will be replacing Stunner right now, and they can get back to the game with their original 5. Real question is Memphis going to come into the server with just $800?
I believe he would have to because he's a sub-in, so he shouldn't get the money
Right.
that Stunna had.
And they should have had Stunna drop a rifle.
That would have been the smart play right there. Have him drop a rifle, maybe a pistol too, just to get him something going on. And he could at least buy the body armor or get himself a smoke and a flash.
Yeah, that would have been advantageous and the smart play to do. I mean, technically, they still have time to bring Stunna back in, have him drop a rifle, and then bring Memphis in. But
he comes in with 2,400.
Okay, I guess that is 3 rounds worth of money, assuming he didn't spend any? No, that doesn't really make sense, man.
No,
and there he goes, he just instantly disconnects. God!
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know why we speculate. I feel like every time Memphis joins the server, it's just a sham. I'm not going to trust it anymore.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see if we got some news on the back end. What's currently going on with Memphis? There was no, and he's back. Okay, he's back in now, only with 800 this time. So that might have been a glitch that we were seeing there when he originally came in. But he
is a scoreboard issue.
Yeah, he does have an AK though. I believe that was dropped for him. So he used his 800 to get himself some armor. Now he's still got 150 left.
Drop him an AK, because I'm not sure how any of the Cloud9 players would have been able to afford to drop him an AK and be able to afford one for themselves. So if they did do that properly, yeah, right. If they did do that properly, kudos to them. Heads up play, having Stunna using his money effectively. Let's see if Hades can get a pick with this off, as Sean Gares is a little too close to him for comfort.
Ooh, Hades is going to make that off play work for him, as once again, I said earlier, Hades is an absolute animal on the banana with the op. He made it work. He's going to rotate his way back around in hopes that Cloud9 is going to be afraid of that op. But we're back to full strength for Cloud9 here. Memphis is in, but they did give Savage already 3 rounds. Not saying it's all Stunna's fault, not saying it's anybody from Cloud9's fault. Savage just played a very good pistol round, and then were able to squeak out the rounds that they needed to get to give themselves that 3-0 scoreboard that they're looking at right now. And Cloud9 is kind of getting a little shut down here at A right now. They're going to go into a 3-stack of Savage players, and it doesn't look like they're going to commit to it. It looks like they want to try and walk their way back out of the apartments and possibly try and go back to Banana. They're going to cut it really close time-wise. They're going to be at the bottom of Banana at like 30 seconds. No, they're just going to leave Hiko. He's going to try Ninja A if they can get a rotate out of this, and players are going to run down mid. I don't know if it's going to be able to pull Relics out of the pit, though. He's low on HP. He would be the guy that's just going to sit there. Nothing gets a frag. And it does pull him out. Oh, my goodness. It's going to work. Hiko's going to be able to walk his way in there right now. Actually, hopefully Relic stops. Nah, he's just going to go full tilt for it. They should be getting called now. He's stuck in CT spawn. Not to A quick enough. Calls that the bomb has been planted. Here comes the rotate from Savage. They're going to have to rotate their way back around. Hiko's at full HP with 2 flashbangs, an AK, and head armor. He will be going against 4 CTs, though. So he has to play this very, very smart. He's going to work his way into the pit right now to try and hold that down. He's got that AK. Can he make it happen? Process of elimination doesn't matter now. He takes a shot to take Hades down. 1 versus 3. There goes Relics. 1 versus 2. 1 versus 1. Now Dumore is going to be on the bomb. I don't think he heard it, and he did not. Dumore is going to get the defuse off and the kill on Hiko after the round. Savage 4-0.
Really unfortunate for Hiko that he had to spend so much time shooting, wasn't able to hear the defuse, as you said, and an easy defuse cleanup for Dumore before ultimately taking down Hiko. Really, I think Savage dropped too many players there. There's no reason why Hiko should have been able to make that play happen, especially since really none of the terrorists made any progress into B. That should have been called out to the player that rotated out of pit that, hey, there's nothing here. They never really even made it into the site. There's no way they could possibly have the bomb over here or in the site, kind of just stay there. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they won the round, and that's what's most important. This round, Cloud9 is going to be bought up once again.
But Relics is going to get the initial pick here on Memphis, actually at the banana. He got a little aggressive there. Hades did not push with the op that round. Hades is over there going to be watching right mid, and we're going to see the 4 remaining Cloud9 members. They're going to try and work their way up the banana into the site. They're going to push through the smoke. Valens is going to drop down. He's going to get one before Shroud trades him out. Dumore back at the site at the new box. He's going to get one of his own. Relics is right there ready for nothing to try and push Hiko. Last one left alive now. Let's get over on his perspective as he's got to try and 1 versus 4 once again, except the bomb is not planted and the timer is not going in his favor. They've spotted him. They know he's in water. Dumore takes him down with the headshot. 2K for Relics, 2K for Dumore, and Savage is perfect thus far on map number 2, 5-0.
Yeah, out to a really, really strong lead. Cloud9, though, accruing a lot of bonus money, allowing themselves to continue to buy up and continue to force buy to keep the pressure on Savage. This is a strategy that we've seen Cloud9 use often. They like to buy up in these kind of weird situations where they could save one or they couldn't. They like to use their bonus money to push the pace and really keep Savage guessing, because I'm sure Savage is under the impression that Cloud9 is going to be saving or should be close to saving soon, as they really haven't been able to hold on to any cash. So let's see if they can make these surprise AKs work. Or not really surprise AKs, but
not
AKs
anymore.
that very easy. Yeah, right. Now that they're shooting them, not anymore. But AKs that didn't necessarily have to be bought.
Yeah, Savage should have a good idea now that they're not going to be on an eco. There's lots of AK spray. Oh, wow. That actually dinked Relics. But it was through, I believe, 2 corners of the wall right there, so it only did 12 damage to him, but it definitely dinked him. Who was that up there spraying? I believe that was actually Hiko. That figures. Hiko spraying through the wall, is able to get the dink off right there, but as I said, through 2 corners of a wall, only did 12 damage. I didn't even know that was possible. Ooh, Hades almost with the op shot through the smoke to take down the pushing nothing. Gets him eventually anyways, though, takes the kill. And now what we're going to see, Cloud9 is trying to work their way up into the A bomb site. It's getting shut down initially. Glorens shooting through the fire. He gets another kill for himself. He's got 2 so far before Hiko trades him out. And now it's going to be Hiko once again in a clutch situation. 1 versus 3 here. The op is bearing down on him from the moto. He's going to get flanked here, probably coming from the pit. Oh, Hades should be able to see him. No, he luckily skirted his way back behind the pillar. Valens is going to be the player moving up from truck side, spots Hiko, takes him down, goes for the defuse, is going to get it. Glorens with a 2K, Shroud and Hiko only terrorists to get frags that round, and Savage still perfect, 6-0.
Yeah, playing really well and really winning all of the engagements that they should be winning. Using the AWP really effectively on Hades. The rifle accuracy has been on point. The first game on Cash, the story was Glorens fragging and no one really supporting him and backing him up in the fragging department. This round, all of Savage players are at least at a 1 KD. So right now they're turning around. They're looking like a much different Savage team, and really the weirdness with the 5 that Cloud9 was playing with, bringing stun in and dropping him out, seemed to really mess with them. They haven't been able to get any footing on this map at all, except for that one round where Hiko almost surprisingly won a 1v4. That was really the closest round they've had yet.
What we are seeing, though, as we're into round number 7 now, we're seeing Dumore really stepping it up big time on this map. He's, I believe, 8-0 right now. I don't want to bring up the scoreboard, but I think he's 8-0.
Yeah, 8-0.
And he's really stepped it up, and that was one of the things we actually talked about on Cash, is Dumore, an extremely good player. He needed to step it up big time, and he's doing it right now in these early rounds. I mean, he's already given his team, or helped give his team, 6 rounds in their favor, and essentially just shutting Cloud9 down so far. And let's see if they're able to change this, though. Change their fate in round number 7. We're going to have a lurk over there. That is going to be your number 7 player, who is actually Shroud, just kind of lurking his way in the boiler room right now, as Cloud9 is making a lot of noise over there at B. No real time left on the clock. 30 seconds. They're cutting it closer. They're going to set up and try and make their way into B as the bomb rotates. 4 of them going to come up. And, man, only 20 seconds here. No time to gunfight. They got to get in there. They got to get these kills extremely fast. It will be a 2 versus 4 as they try and take the bomb site. 15 seconds. Nothing is going to go down to Valens. They get a call on where he is at. Ooh, over at Oranges. Doesn't matter. Takes Cephas down also before Hiko gets him. Dumore just has to hold on in the B bomb site. Gets 1 before he goes down. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds. 2. The bomb should get planted. And oh my goodness, Sean Garris almost went down right there trying to plant that bomb. It's going to be a 2 versus 3 as the bomb is going to be planted in the B bomb site now. We're going to have Sean Garris go down by Oranges. And now last player left alive. Once again, trying to clutch here is going to be Hiko over there back in Emo. And he makes it happen due to the lineup from Glorens and Hades. I cannot believe they lined up like that. Bad timing for them, but Savage loses the round finally, 6-1 in favor of them.
Yeah, Cloud9 definitely not out of the woods yet. They really need another round 1 right here to chain it together to save their economy and not force themselves on more save work, because Savage already has a huge cushion of rounds. At this point, they are looking really good, and I'm sure they're not going to be slowing down. So this round's super important. Hiko stepping up huge for his team once again. I mean, he's just such a big X factor for the team. You can't even, typically when you have a player like that, you can't even bank on him making plays like that. But when you have Hiko on your team, it feels like you always know he's going to be in a clutch situation, and you know he's going to come out on top. Semphis taking down Hades, winning an alt battle finally with that new internet, and once again rejoining the scoreboard.
So we're going to be into round 8 number 8 now, excuse me. Wow, getting way too far ahead of myself here. But Cloud9 trying to string together a couple wins in a row. Their economy would be severely damaged right now if they're not able to get a win right here. I believe it should force them into like a really weird off-buy, which we see them do. They are not afraid to do those weird off-buys, but it would drastically hurt their economy and give Savage the potential of going against an ecoing Cloud9. But they are going to be stacked up over there at the A bomb site right now. So let's see if they can make it happen. It looks like 2 players are going to be trying to come out the boiler up top. That's going to shut down the push, though. That is going to be Hiko and Semphis stuck in upper as there's 1 player in the bomb site defending. 1 is going to be in the pit. That's going to be Glorans and Relics. They're doing what they can. Relics gets a double, takes down Hiko with the triple, forced to run out of ammo as he's going for the 4th. Can't make it happen, but that's a 3K for him. Dumore and Glorans get the other kills as Savage has hurt the economy, as you can see from Cloud9. Score will be 7-1 Savage.
Yeah, losing that round actually worked out for Savage. Well, now I guess looking back on it, it really helped them out because they're just gonna be able to tee off and continue to put the pressure on Cloud9. Where now Cloud9 has to rebuild all of that bonus money that they were accruing before, but they are a massive threat on eco rounds. We saw them pick up at least 2 eco rounds on their last game on cash, if not 3 at some point. So I wouldn't count them out yet, but really they've just been getting shut down all over the place.
And this is looking like Savage is doing what they need to do here. Dumore, he's going to be fighting in the site, finally gets taken down. He got a 2K. Shroud is able to get another, or excuse me, Hiko got that one, but Shroud was able to get one right at the end of that exchange there. He's got a gun in his hands, works against Glorans, makes it happen. 2 versus 2 now, as the bomb is going to be planted in the B bomb site. We're going to have Relics and Hades going against Shroud and Hiko. Shroud's got a 2K. Hiko's got a kill of his own, and they might be able to win this eco right now as the bomb is planted. Hades.
Oh, what a move.
Looking for Hiko, and now it's going to be a 1 versus 1. Who's going to win it? It's going to be Hiko, and he clutches again. Hiko is on fire yet again. 2K for Dumore, 2K for Hiko, 3K for Shroud, and Cloud9 has 2 rounds to their name as Savage is up 7-2 though.
Hiko continues to prove that he's just one of the most aware players out there, throwing that smoke right there to protect himself from the op of Hades, who knew Hiko was in the first orange area. So just a really good play, and just like that, Cloud9 reverses it right back on Savage, and they have the money advantage. You can never count out Cloud9. They're always capable of making crazy plays like that. And you said Hiko was on fire, but really, I don't even think he is on fire. This is just normal Hiko. Hiko hasn't even, hit that on fire stage yet this game. He's just doing what Hiko does.
We're going to see him working right now, trying to work in the apartments against Relics. That's going to be Shroud on the banana to take down Dumore. B-site is wide open right now. The remaining Savage players are actually stacked up near A. That's going to be Semphis who gets Glorans. And now Valens is going to be left in the side by himself. On the rotate is going to be Relics. He's already pushed his way. Ooh, could he? He might be able to make that happen. If he rotates his way around out of that bedroom, down the stairs, it looks like he might try for it. Nah, he's going to work his way into the boiler room, actually.
Yeah, that is still a smart play. Hiko actually caught him in apartments earlier on, so they know that he is in apartments somewhere. But it looks like he might have forgotten as he gets the flank off and takes an AK for his teammate.
Relics is going to get aggressive, try and make the peek happen again. Can't do it, though. Shroud takes him down, and now Valens, last player left with that AK, and he's just going to save this gun. It's 1 versus 4 here. Bomb is going to be planted in the A bomb site, so Valens won't go for it. He's just going to go into a position where he could save, possibly catch an aggressive player from Cloud9, drop another gun out of their hands, which it almost looked like it was going to happen right there, as nothing was pushing in that direction, but he turned it around. Semphis is in the window, and they might still push into him. Valens has to try and save this gun, as Cloud9 will pick up a 3rd round. Score will be 7-3, and Valens has now been spotted. They know exactly where he is. Semphis is going to go for it. Can Valens win another one? Yes, he does. That's 2 guns dropped. 2 extra guns dropped out of the hands of Cloud9 players.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate for the Cloud9 players. That ended up being a slightly more expensive round than I think they wanted, and they do have some money, but not as much money as I would like to see for them to make that kind of aggressive hunt play. really, Semphis, I think, should have been able to clean up that kill, but, you know, unfortunately, they weren't able to make it happen. AKs across the board for Cloud9 as their economy is still in at least decent shape, and a Galil on Sean Gares to support with. Right now, they're grouped up on Banana, and they've had mixed success at Banana. And whenever they have had success on Banana, it's been when they have let the clock run down, put themselves in a position where they have to make the frags happen. And Cloud9 is just one of those teams where when they put their backs against the wall, somehow they manage to step up. So I think it's possible for them to make this round happen, but not if Dumore is going to be taking their head off.
Dumore playing very well over there from the back of Emo. He's going to shut down the rush initially. Now it's up to him and Valens to try and hold this down. They're looking directly back at Oranges. Can they get Valens? Yes, they do. There goes Dumore also. Nothing in Sean Garris playing well for themselves. It's going to be a 3 versus 4. Here comes the rotate. Hades is going to be the first one all the way up into construction with his teammates not being close to the bomb site yet. Yeah, they're going to be up the banana right now. They're going to get there. Nothing is going to be the closest player to them. He's still looking towards CT spawn. He's going to drop down, get aggressive, take Lawrence down. Traded out by Relics, though, so it's going to be a 2v3. Hiko pushing through the smoke. Can he get the kill? And he does take down Hades. Now Sean Garris in the back of Emo trying to hold, and he gets the kill on Relics to prevent the hemorrhaging from continuing. Relics with a 2K. On the other side of things, I believe that was nothing with a 2K. And Cloud9 now has 4 rounds in their pocket. Savage is still very close to being able to win the half. If they can get that 8th round, they've officially won the half. And the best Cloud9 could do is get 7 if that happens. But at this point, Cloud9 still has the ability to get 8 rounds themselves to turn this half around and get a win.
Right, and with Savage on a save this round, it looks like Cloud9 could very easily pick up the 5th round. Surprisingly, they've been able to make a half out of this when really, based on how Savage was playing right off the bat, I don't really think they should have. It all came down to that really clutch eco round that they had at B, and Hiko just playing like the usual monster that he is, and making the rounds happen. So if they can, even if they can just win 5 rounds, based on how this half went for them, I would consider that to be a respectable half for them. But now that Cloud9 is going, they're moving, they have the momentum, I wouldn't be surprised if we see them put it together and actually end up winning the half, as crazy as that sounds.
They're going to keep trying to do it here. It's going to be an eco that we're seeing from Savage. That's going to be Relics getting one. He's going to bait his teammate a little bit. Glorn's peeked out a little too early to grab nothing. Doesn't matter. Relics on the re-peek is able to work that pistol. That's going to be a gun in the hand of Glorens, and his teammate Relics is still going to fight right there. He doesn't have a gun yet. He's going to see if he can get some more kills. Not able to get another one, and that is going to be 2K for Relics. As the round is going to end, it will be 7-5 in favor of Savage, and Glorens is going to hide out and save that AK for this next buy round.
Yeah, Savage really could really use a good round in shutting down Cloud9 right here and winning the half. I mean, this is a CT-sided map, and I would like to believe that Cloud9 is going to have a really rock-solid defensive setup on this map. So 7 rounds at this point in the game really won't cut it. If they can win at least 8, I would be satisfied with that, but they should be looking to close out the half really strong with a 10-5 half. If they can win 10 rounds, I'll feel a little better about it, but wow. Hiko just shooting Shroud right in the back of the head.
Just removes his teammate's face from behind right there. That's definitely going to hurt Cloud9 a little bit here, and that's really going to help Savage out on this buy round. Oh, Semphis is going to run right by that CT. Who was the CT right there? That's Valens. He's able to get one before he gets taken down by Hiko. Eventually, Dumore is going to drop that bomb over there at the water. There goes Relics on the rotate, preventing Hiko from getting up into the site. So two terrorists left alive here, Semphis and Hiko. If they can clutch, this would be amazing. No, Semphis goes down. So once again, it's up to Hiko to do what he does. He does a ton of damage to Relics right there. Glorens is going to be pushing him. He takes him out. Now it's going to be a 1 versus 3. If he can win this, this is a 1 versus 4. And Hades on the peak from CT spawn with the op gets the final frag to get that round for Savage. So Savage has now officially won the half. The best Cloud9 can do is 8-7. Savage definitely does not want that. They would love to get these last 2 and make it a 10-5.
Yeah, and Cloud9 does have the money to keep buying, or at least keeping themselves with their head above water with AKs and some armor. Not really a ton of nades, but really thus far it seems like they haven't been too nade reliant for their strats. They've really been about grouping up, waiting for the opportune time, and working together and using the rifles to shoot their way through their problems. Let's see if that can continue to work. Lauren's really close to the players right now.
Oh, He gets taken out after that was actually a trade right there. Gets nothing down. Hiko on the trade out. And we're going to see Relics fighting from the side. Pulls the spray across. Can he get Hiko also? No, Hiko sprays through the box. Eventually gets the kill there. Valen's going to be the last one defending. It'll be a 2 versus 2 now. Dumore and Valens versus Semphis and Hiko. Hiko with a 2K, and he's really been turning on the Jets here in these later rounds of this first half. Let's see if Cloud9 can get this 6th round, as it will be a 2 versus 2. Bomb planted in A. Both players stacked up in the A bomb site. There's a seam right there that he can get through. I don't think Hiko is kind of looking in that direction, but that seam could really work out if Valens is able to work in to get the peek off, but Hiko's there waiting for him, takes him down. Here comes the push from Dumore. They know where he's at. Can Dumore get one? He gets one. Hiko's there to shut it down, though. That's a 2K for Relics, a 4K for Hiko, and the score will be 8-6 as we move to the final round of the half, and Savage is basically broke.
Yeah, they won the last round previous to this one and then proceeded to lose that following round. So they aren't working with a lot of bonus money, no losing money, no winning money, and they are really all over the place. They're going to be forcing up 2 rifles, and the rest are just going to be on pistol rounds. The fact that Cloud9 brought this half back so close and potentially can win a 7th round is really remarkable. And I think a little scary for Savage, considering the lead that Savage had early on. I would be a little concerned if Cloud9 is able to pick up this this last round and keep the momentum moving into the second half.
What's scary that I just looked at on the scoreboard, I don't know if you want to pull that up or you know, Semphis 2-10 right now.
Yeah, not a great look, but he did come back in the middle of the game. His money wasn't exactly right. He was being plopped down in the middle of a game, which is pretty jarring, or can be pretty jarring, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
This is looking like it's going to be an 8-7 half, as there's only one player left alive on CT set. That's going to be Valens. He only has that 5-7. Can't work against Semphis, who now actually makes that a 4-10 scoreboard at the end of it. And the half will go 8-7 in favor of Savage. Here comes the switch. And, man, that you would have liked to had a healthier lead going into second half if you were Savage.
Yeah, especially since they won, what, the first 6 rounds straight and 7 of the first 8? That has to hurt a little bit, the fact that they gave up their huge lead. And really what it came down to was that super clutch 4K eco round that Hiko and the rest of his teammates had on round, what was that? Round 9. Yeah, round 7 was they won the gun round, and then Savage had a great answer back, reclaiming control of the board, control of the economy, and then they just got ecoed immediately afterwards, and that was when things started to spiral out of control. And that's the kind of momentum that Cloud9 really feeds off, that kind of emotional energy off of a Hiko eco for them to push onward and keep the pressure up. And from that point on, they looked like the Cloud9 team we are known to see. A pistol round here for Cloud9, and I think they are in actually pretty good shape. All things considered, at least. Yeah,
if they can get this pistol, that is going to be gigantic for them. Savage, though, on T-side, really, really needs this pistol. Once again, first half they needed the pistol. Second half they really need it to try and get themselves a little bit of a round buffer here, as they have switched to the terrorist side, so it's going to be harder to try and steal away a few rounds. But I'm curious to see how they can work this, what Hades is going to be doing with his op, where he's going to be trying to work. I imagine he will be trying to work Banana quite a bit with that op. If he can get it into his hands quick enough to try and help them out. And he's going to be the solo player over there on Banana, Hades that is anyways. While 4 of his teammates are actually working the apartments right now. 3 are already up inside. The 4th has just entered with the bomb. And it looks like, oh, Cloud9 was about to try and rotate a player out. They did rotate one out. So now Nothing got that opening frag. He's going for the second one. Sees Hades. And this might force a rotate back over to A. It has not yet. They've gotten one kill.
I'm surprised it hasn't.
Yeah, they've got 1 kill in Boiler, and they saw 1 player working up mid. Here comes the push. Shroud, oh my goodness, from the pit is going to make that happen. Glorens has got to get in there and try and get that kill. He eventually does. Now they just have to get Nothing out of the site. Yes, they do. It's going to be a 3-on-3 now, but Glorens took a lot of damage to make that happen. They're going to smoke off towards the Moto and actually take a little bit. Oh, Valens! Did he actually hit Glorens? I'm curious. I don't know if he did or not, but it looked like it was really close. Semphis goes down. Glorens stays alive, though, as, Hiko goes down. Semphis is pushing the apartments. Hades takes him down, and Savage might get this pistol round if they can stop Sean Garris. Now in the Moto pit, Valens gets the headshot. That's a 2K for Glorens, a 2K for Valens, and Savage does take both pistols on Inferno.
I'm really confused as to what the communication was like for Cloud9 that round, or more interestingly, what Nothing did or didn't see to make him think that the rest of the terrorists weren't going to be around the apartments in Boiler area. I mean, he saw one guy coming out of Boiler, he killed him immediately. He saw a second guy running up towards mid to actually rejoin his team. Saw that guy, shot him once or twice, and fell back, and still allowed Semphis to hang out around B and didn't call him right back. I'm really curious as to what the decision making was there. I guess maybe they were very aware of a potential fake, but at the end of the day, Savage just continues to be on point with their reads, and Cloud9 not always there with the reads thus far this game.
It's working out in Savage's favor, though. They would really like to try and win this map and force a third, even though it's going to be scary going against Cloud9 on Nuke, which, if you guys remember, they were able to take down the, I guess you would say the world champion Nuke players in NIP, I guess is what you would call them.
Yeah.
A team that no one thought would ever lose a Nuke match ever. Cloud9 did beat them on Nuke at the LAN, and they beat them pretty handily. So going against Cloud9 on Nuke is not an easy task for Savage to do, but they don't care. They'd like to be there. They want to fight for their chance to try and get into the LAN, and it looks like we're going to have a 5-man execute up the mid, or excuse me, 4-man, as Dumore is going to be the apartment player, takes down Shroud. Semphis is going to be hiding up there in the graveyard. Can he work it? He takes down Hades. Now he's going to try and work out, go against the player at the truck. Doesn't pay out for him. Hiko, last one left. He goes down to Relics with the Galil, and that's going to be a teammate that every player on T-side Savage got a kill of their own. Score will be 10-7. Savage is up.
Yeah, moving into the third and final pistol round, Savage did a good job of dodging the level 2 pistols, or the upgraded pistols of Cloud9. Not quite out of the woods yet. Cloud9 is ridiculously good at winning eco rounds. We saw them win one earlier this game. We saw them win multiple last game. So if I were Savage, I would not be fully comfortable yet, but it has to be good knowing in the back of your mind that you've already survived the original onslaught, where you know they're all going to be having the upgraded pistol. Now you have your rifles still, you're armored up, you have your nades, you have some money in your back pocket. I think they'll be able to wade through this one more time as well.
Let's see if they can keep it going. This will be an anti-eco for them, as they're still rocking 3 Galils here, 2 AKs on the side of Savage, and we're going to see P250, 2 P250s, 1 CZ, and 2 silenced USPs on the Cloud9 side of things. So they're going to try and eco as much as they can here. And right now, Savage is basically just all spread out. They're going to have 2 players on the banana, and it looks like all their players from alt, mid, and mid are rotating back towards the banana side of things. They're gearing up for a banana take, as we're down to only about 45 seconds. And there's the smokes are out. Sean Garris is going to move his way towards the smoke, see if he can get one. He does. Gun bounces away from him, though. Doesn't matter. Gets the second. Going for a knife, actually, because he had no ammo left in that clip. Got 2, did his job before he got taken down. And now, let me get unstuck. And now they're going to be able to get their way into the B bomb site, as Cloud9 has already rotated. Bomb is going to get planted. It will be a 3 versus 4 here in favor of Cloud9, except for the fact that Cloud9 only has pistols. Oh, I really hate the 2-player stack and emo that we're seeing from Glorens and Dumore. I absolutely hate it when you're trying to hold B.
It is kind of gutsy, but sometimes the second player goes unnoticed. But I'm not sure if Cloud9 will make that kind of mistake.
They are trying to boost Shroud up on top of the box, though. He gets spotted. Dumore gets 1. Dumore gets 2. He's going for the 3rd. Can't make it happen, as Valens and Glorens are the other players to get on that. That's a 2K for Dumore, a 2K for Glorens. And so far, off of those pistol wins from Savage, they have won all of the... excuse me, wow, how can I not talk right now? They have won the next 2 rounds off that, which were anti-ecos for them. So that's 6 rounds given to them just from those pistols.
Yeah, I like that play that Sean Garrers used the smoke really effectively, and in that corner with his CZ, picked up those first 2 kills. Actually had a few more bullets in his clip that he could have used to take down a 3rd guy, but was more interested in trying to take a rifle and falling back. Unfortunately, he did get caught, and I think if he was able to get a 3rd kill there, they really would have been able to make some noise on the round. But by the time they were in a position to make a retake happen, not only were they lacking the firepower to compete with the Savage players that were already in good positions, but Cloud9 literally had no other grenades. They had nothing to use to flash, zone out, or even heat grenade the players out of their positions. So that was just a real tough retake to make happen. Cloud9, I think, did a good job with the hand they were dealt, but not good enough, apparently.
So it's going to be an 11-7 scoreboard here. Savage is up. Remember, Cloud9 did take map number 1, so Savage has to... Oh, Hades. The TK is unreal right now. It wasn't a kill, but that's a good little hit right there on Valens, dropping him down to 64 HP as he popped around the corner in front of Hades. Hades popped him right in the face, did quite a bit of damage to him. And once again, we're going to see 3 players from Savage rotating their way over, up Banana, looking like they're going to try and do a B-take. Sean Garrett is not stepping down this time, and it's going to be a wrap mid. They're going to work through the jungle right now. Dumore's got to look to his right, otherwise Hiko will take him down, and he does. And now here comes the B-take. Sean Garrett still playing well. Can Valens get him? Valens finally does, but they have to look back towards CT spawn as the counter-terrorists are on the rotate, spraying through the smoke. They take him down. That's Hiko, and his shooting through the smoke tonight has been, bar none. It's amazing right now how good he's shooting through the smoke. And that's going to be a flank right there from Shroud coming up to Banana, able to get Glorans and Relics out of it. They did get a bomb plant, but that's going to be a 2K for Shroud, a 2K for Hiko, and Cloud9 is on the scoreboard for second half. It's going to be an 11-8.
Winning that really huge first gun round. I started mentioning this before, but I think I actually got distracted in the middle of my point. Cloud9 is a team of, well, for the most part, team of 1.6ers, and it really shows in their play. They play this really movement-based, unconventional playstyle that you don't see iBuyPower play, because really iBuyPower comes from a more of a Source background, although, you know, their players did, I'm sure, play some earlier versions of Counter-Strike. But iBuyPower looks like a Source team, and Cloud9 looks like a 1.6 team. Just like Hiko is really on point with his spam, Nothing is on point with his spams. Even Shroud, they've kind of molded into a 1.6-like player with his ability to spam and use positioning to his advantage. It's just, I think it's really interesting. You could see 2 separate play styles that clearly stem from how much time these players spent playing past iterations of Counter-Strike, and how the same strategies that they were using back then, like spamming and tracing players through smokes and walls, are still applicable even in this game, and how a player like Hiko can use them so effectively.
So this is going to be round at number 20 here. Savage does still have the lead currently, but Cloud9 is trying to string together wins once again. Let's see if they're able to make it happen here. Otherwise, it's going to be hurting their economy a little bit, and it will hurt Savage if they're not able. Oh, that nade. Relics do more. Hades, I believe, was in on that also, and Glorans. They took quite a bit of chunk damage from that grenade. They're going to try and rotate their way back out of here. Actually, no, they might be trying to go for a sweep and try and get up. Try and wrap their way through CT once again, as 4 of them are going up top. Hades is able to take down Semphis before Nothing trades him out, and it's going to be a 4-man take on the Banana. They got 1 player to beat there. That's going to be Sean Garrett holding it by himself. They can't take him down yet. He's able to get 2, trying to get some more damage off. Dumore is going to be the last player over there before he gets taken down, and now Glorans has to go for this bomb plant to try and save some money for him. Can he get it down before he gets taken out? He is not able to. Nothing on the push, not allowing that to happen. 2K for Nothing, 2K for Sean Garrett, and Cloud9 is bringing it back close, 11-9 Savage.
Yeah, now that they're forcing Savage on an eco round, they're actually going to be able to potentially bring it within 1 round, assuming they don't get caught off guard on this eco round. So Cloud9 clawing their way back in the game and keeping the pressure on Savage. Recently they've been playing Sean Garrett, or not, they haven't been doing this intentionally, but if they suspect that it's not going to be a B take, they've been leaving Sean Garrett alone in the B bomb site and having Hiko rotate off, and they've just been using smokes really effectively to make that 1-man hold super effective. Man, Hiko spraying like a champion with Sean Garrett to make the hold happen.
That was Hiko getting finally taken down there by Dumore before Sean Garros was able to collapse and help out, and then Nothing was able to take down the last remaining Savage player. That was Valens, and just like that, Cloud9 has brought it back within 1 round here. The score is 11-10 in favor of Savage still. They're back onto a bye, but Cloud9 is absolutely on a terror right here. And if you look at their economy, if Savage can win this round, they're going to do quite a bit of damage here, except for Nothing, who's actually got 9K stacked up.
Yeah, Nothing is going to pretty much be able to solo bankroll the entire next round in the event that they do lose the round. So it won't be too detrimental if they lose, but they've started to get so much momentum going that at this point they really can't lose. Shroud now pinned in the bedroom. They know he's there, but he's going to be able to shoot his way out of the situation.
Able to just spam that wall to get a little bit of breathing room and work his way out as Semphis goes down to, I believe, yes, that was Glorans who got him. Nothing spraying through the smoke. The shots through the smoke that we're seeing from Cloud9 have been epic tonight. The sprays through them, they're working out for him so very well to even it out. It's going to be 4-on-4 now as we're into this gun round. Savage really wants this round to try and do a little bit of damage to the bankroll that Cloud9 is now getting for themselves. Otherwise, I do believe it's going to force Savage into a save another round, which is not good because, yeah, they won't be into bonus money yet. They haven't lost enough rounds in a row because they won one in between. What was it?
No, they actually didn't
round.
win one in between.
Did they win one in between?
No, they won the first 3 straight and then lost the 3 following. So they're not at risk of losing that much money, but still, they want to shut down the momentum and stop the bleeding as fast as they can. Wow, look at Hades sneaking through, although they are kind of aware.
He actually got his way all the way into CT, but Hiko is right there waiting as Relix works his way up. And that is going to be Glorens who goes down trying to work through the smoke. There goes Dumore also. Hades, last one left alive. Can't make it happen. He gets taken out. Hiko with the 3K, nothing with the 2K to bring up the scoreboard. Hiko once again dropping bombs. He's got a 28 as we're into round 23. He is definitely on par to drop another 30 bomb this game.
Well, yeah, he might drop a 30 bomb this round. In fact, with the way he's been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if he's somehow able to squeak out even a 40 bomb if they keep trying to challenge him and Sean Gares at B. His rifle control is just really unmatched, and there's nothing the Savage players can do about it. Now being forced on a save, Cloud9 is in a position where they can take a lead for, I think, the first time this game.
This will be their first lead that they've had so far if they can make this round happen. Only one Terrace left the line. That's going to be Relix. He's battling on the back of the hay cart. Can't do it. Shroud takes him down. 2K for Shroud, 2K for nothing. And Cloud9 now has a lead at 12-11.
Yeah, really beating it into Savage. That round was a really aggressive play by Cloud9. I'd like to see them scale that back a little bit. I assume now that they know that Savage was saving, or they saved last round, they know that Savage is going to be guns up this round. That was a really gutsy play. It worked out only because they had the firepower advantage. I'd like to see them fall back to their more vanilla playstyle, and it looks like they are going to be doing that for the most part, although they are going to be continuing to play Sean Gares solo at B.
Oh, that could be a huge play right there if Dumore can make it happen, and he does, trying to do his best to even this back out. He gets a 2K working his way up middle. Barely got the second frag as he's down to 9 HP now, and that's going to be Savage trying to wrap their way around on A. Realistically, if they could get this player flanking him through the jungle right now, they should just work back to B as fast as they can because both remaining CTs, which is Hiko and Sempis, are actually at the A side. Spraying through the box. Do they actually get that? That's Sempis taking down Dumore. Relics trades Hiko out, and now only CT left alive is going to be Sempis. He just caught a grip of nades right there. Brings him down low HP. One player is in mid. One player is working right in front of him. That's Relics over there by the graveyard. Gets the frag on him. That's a 2K for Dumore, a 3K for Relics, and Savage just tied it back up.
Yeah, Savage also did a really good job of keeping a lot of players alive there and holding on to a lot of money. So that way, even if they do the you lose a bunch, win one, or lose a round, I don't even know what to call it, just sequence of events, I don't think they'll be affected too badly. Although, looking at their money, they actually might be. Relics is super rich with $4,500 in his back pocket, but none of his teammates have over 2,000. So really, they need to chain together rounds if they want to stay in this game. If Cloud9 can win this round, force them into another eco, that would be really bad. Hades really fighting to make sure that doesn't happen, shooting an unsuspecting Sempis who had a grenade in his hand.
Able to get that opening frag is going to be Hades with that off Dragon Lore. Let's see now. It's an offset number in favor of Savage. It's going to be 5-4 here. Hades has the right idea. He's going to nade in that corner. That's going to be nothing. Who's going to eat that grenade? Brings him very low. He's going to try and peek the corner. He's going to cross it. He gets the frag on Hades. They can't spray him down through the smoke. That's Relics trying to do what he can there. And it's going to be an execute into the A bomb site. 4-on-4 here. 4-on-2 now as we have Glorens and Valens both getting frags. Hiko and Sean Gares left alive. And we are always seeing Hiko, last man left pretty much here, trying to clutch rounds for his team. He does have help from Sean Gares, but it is going to be a 4 versus 2 here as Savage is looking to try and regain the lead. And this round win should force Cloud9 into a save if they can get it. There goes Hiko. Only Sean Gares left alive now. Snap over to his perspective, working the op, gets one frag, going for the third, or excuse me, going for the second. Not able to get it. Relics is a little bit faster than him. 2K for Relics. Kills spread out between his teammates except for Dumore, and Savage once again has a lead 13-12.
Yeah, Cloud9 actually still does have a surprisingly large amount of money. Nothing himself had over 12K, while two of his teammates had enough money to personally buy for themselves. So he's going to be able to fairly easily personally bankroll this round for his teammates. So Cloud9 is still going to be fully bought up, although we are not going to see any scopes on their players. Now that they know that Hades is returning with an op in his hand and making pretty aggressive mid peaks. I'm not sure if they're going to be sleeping in the mid area as badly as they were last round. Semphis getting caught with a nade out, I'm sure was super frustrating for him, and really unfortunate timing and communication for the Cloud9 players who weren't putting any pressure on mid.
This is going to be round 26 here. Savage looking to try and hold on to their lead and the momentum that they have stolen away from Cloud9 here. The Cloud9 will be onto a buy. Excuse me, I didn't look at their money beforehand. I thought they were a little low, but they were not. They are able to get all M4s, head armor, and everybody's got defuse kits except for Sean Garris. So Savage really wants to try and take this map right now. And if they can get this Inferno, it's going to be interesting working our way into that nuke map against... I guess if you can beat Nip on Nuke, wouldn't that make you the best Nuke players in the world currently?
That's some faulty Counter-Strike math. But if we're doing like an A equals B and B equals C, if then A equals C kind of thing, then absolutely, sure. Let's just throw around bold claims like that. I'm totally with it.
I'm pretty sure 1 + 1 has always been 4, so I'm just going to go with it. And that's Sean Garris using that fire and some spray to take down Relics, making this even. Now it's uneven. Actually, it's all in favor of Cloud9 this round. Shroud is able to get 2 before he goes down. It's going to be a 2 versus 4 as Savage is trying to get their way into the A bomb site. They got to fight against 2 CTs right there. Can't do it. Semphis gets them both to even it back out, 13-13. And we are going to move into round 27.
This game is really coming down to it. I would not be surprised if we were going to be seeing overtime by the end of this game. Savage is going to have enough money to buy up for most of their players, but they're not going to be able to afford an op to get that early map control, whereas Semphis is. If he actually goes for a mid pick right off the bat, he might be able to find some frags, but no. Smartly, they're going to be playing a little more passively and looking to control the Savage players as they come up in mid. Using that op in apartments is... kind of an interesting play. I've seen it be successful, so I like where his head's at.
Oh, Shroud is going to get 2, or excuse me, 1 before he gets taken down by Valens. That's Semphis and nothing, both getting kills of their own. And Savage is very aggressive up mid here, looking like they were going to try and steamroll their way through. Not able to make it happen as Semphis with the op was able to shut that down. Shroud gets 1 at tennis, and then nothing over there on the other side is going to rotate around. He's actually at the truck now, and both remaining terrorists from Savage are right there in mid. They're going to get flanked. That's going to be nothing, gets 1. And here comes the flank, also from Semphis. Dumore takes nothing down, then quickly traded out by Semphis. And Cloud9 now has 14 rounds, and the economy on Savage side is very, very hurt here.
Yeah, they're going to have to save for what might be a match point. And that's not really a situation they want to be in. Cloud9 has done a really good job of keeping their head up through some real bad luck early on, and they've really done a great job of getting back in the game and fighting through it. Hiko almost single-handedly keeping them in the game with all the clutch rounds that he's been able to win. Savage needs a round win, and they need it right now. I think this eco is going to be tough, but if they don't do it right now, I think they might have to forfeit this game, and this super important match point to Cloud9.
Oh, that's going to be Semphis who opens it up, taking down Glorens as he was working into that boiler. That op working out well for him on the tennis side, or truck as it's referred to now. Let's see. Semphis gets another frag right there. That's going to be Shroud getting one of his own. Valens still working down at the bottom. He gets flanked by nothing at the top of mid, so now only Terrace left alive is going to be Relics. I feel like Shroud knows he's there. Or is he just shooting in there? He sees him now. Yeah, he saw his leg for a second there. So they know for a fact Relics is up there. He's by himself. This is going to be 1 versus 5 here. He's only got a P250. Can he do something? He gets 1 kill. Goes for a second. Not able to take down Semphis, who switches to his CZ75 and gets the remainder of the frags. That's Semphis with a 3K. Shroud with 1, and I believe Sean Garrett's got the other. But what's interesting, ever since we talked about Hiko dropping a 30 bomb, he hasn't got a single kill.
Yeah, and along with that, his teammates have been picking up the slack around him. Semphis using that op extremely effectively, even though he does not instantly jump to mind as the team's opper, which, you know, for a long time was Sean Garris, but Cloud9 continues to show that they have competent players that can really play in all situations, pretty much no matter what. Semphis using that op so well, almost found a pick in mid, but the B take is on for Savage.
this could be the last round that we're seeing here. If Savage is not able to win out from this point to force that overtime, they are going to lose their spot, or the chance at getting their spot. And nothing once again, and that is going to do it. Valens goes down at the end of it from Semphis lurking in the mid, and Cloud9 moves on 16-13. They will be your 4th pick going into the CEVO LAN Finals in October in Philadelphia.